Hello students, so welcome back. In this session, we are going to be talking about Pandas filtering. Okay, why do we do filtering? Sometimes we have a data set, we have a data frame, and we only want part of the data frame. We only want to see certain part that satisfied certain conditions. So we want to filter. Think of this as similar to where clause in your SQL. First thing, we import our pandas. Okay, so let's import our pandas. Let's run this cell. And I'm importing my warnings and I'm suppressing all my future warnings. All right. Then I'm actually doing filtering on tips dataset. So this, I'm just giving you a little short explanation of what the tips dataset is. It basically talks about the tips. When people go to restaurant, they pay their bill. So that will be the total bill. How much tip they gave. So there is a column for that tip. Then what was the gender? Okay, were they male or a female? That there's a column called sex that talks about that. Then there's a smoking status, smoker. That talks about whether the person is a smoker or not, yes or no. Likewise, there's a day. Well, what time of the day did they went for the meal? Was it Thursday? Was it Friday? Was it Saturday? Was it Sunday? And then there is a time. What time was it when they went for the meal? Was it lunchtime or was it a dinner time? And then size. What was the size of the number of people in the group? Okay, so that's what this data set is talks about. Okay, so copy, paste it, run it, and there you go. So it gives me the total bill, tip, sex, smoker, day, time, size. So this one time, as you can see, there's a dinner. Size is 2, 3, 2, 3. These are number of people. Smoker, whether they smoked or not. In this case, it's only telling me no, no, no. Now I'm only printing the first 10 records of my data frame. So head 10 means print out the first 10 records, the top 10 records. Okay. Now step 1. Before you apply filtering, okay, let's get to know all the unique values of some of our columns. For example, sex, smoker, day, time, and size. I want to know the unique values. What are the different unique values on each one of these columns? So I run this code of a call in columns, print f column, okay, right, like this, and I print my unique values. And it prints out my unique values. So you can see for the gender, I mean for the sex, is male and female and a male. For smoker, only two values are there, no and yes. For day, Sunday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday. For time, dinner and lunch. And column size, for the size is 2, 3, 4, 1, 6, 5. That's a group size. Okay, so at least now we know how exactly our column is, what type of data is inside a column. Let's start doing some filtering. Show me all the customers who are females. Okay, I want to know all the customers who are females. So first thing you do, you create a mask. Okay, and what mask does, it basically going to print true and false for each record. So here I'm typing df sex equal to double equal to females, and that's going to create a mask. And if I run this, it's going to print all the people who are females. Okay, and I'm also printing my length. What is the length of my df filter? In this case, it's 87. Okay, and I'm not printing everything. I'm only printing the top 5 records. So it prints out the first few records. So when you say dot head, it's going to print the first of few. Now this mask right here, what this mask is, basically is a series of true and false value. So let me show you. If I print my mask, all right. If I print my mask, you're going to see this true, false, 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 true. And what this condition means, what these true means, it means whether this condition was it satisfied by the first record or not. So let's see. Let's go back to our record first. You see, for the first record, okay, it is a female right here, okay. For the index 0, it is a female. Then for index 4, it is true, it is a female. And rest of them are all male, male, male. So this is true. For index 0, it should be true. And for index 4, it should be true. So if you come down, okay, and now if you look over here, okay, if you look over here, if I'm using this condition, df sex equal to double equal to female, it's going to print true for the index 0 because that was true, and then also true for index 4 because that was true. Rest of them were all false, false. So what basically mask is going to produce a series of this true, false based on whether this condition is true or not. All right, that's your mask. So I print my let me run this again. So I print, first I create my mask, then I df filter equal to df square bracket, put your mask inside, and then you print your df filter dot head, and that's going to print your first few records. And I also want to see what is the size of my df filter. So it tells me it's 87. So there are 87 people who are females. All right. Next, I want to know customers who are female smokers now. So filter me customers who are female smokers. So in this case, my mask is going to be df sex double equal to female. Okay, so this will be female, and smoker should be yes. Okay, now remember, if you go on top, your smoker status is yes or no. All right, so we know it should be yes. All right, so this is what we want. So I create my mask like this. Then I put my df filter equal to df square bracket mask, and I print my df filter head, and then I print my length. And if I run this, it's going to tell me total 33 people. Okay, 33 people who are female and who are smokers. This code is almost same as this code. The only difference is the masks changed. That's it. A mask changing every single time. So going forward, I'll be only changing mask. All right. Next one. Filter customers whose total bill is less than 30 or more than 50. So filter me all customers whose bill is less than 30 or more than 50. So in this case, I'm applying my mask again. And my mask is df total bill is less than 30. Okay, there's a column total bill right here, total bill. And I want all the columns, all the rows where my total bill is less than 30 and, sorry, or, this is an or condition, or total bill is more than 50. And then I print my df filter like this, same way as I'm doing on top, and then I run it and it gives my answer. So in this case, there are 213 rows or 213 instances where your total bill was less than 30 or total bill was more than 50. All right. Filter me customers who tipped. Filter me customers who tipped more than 20% of their total bill. Okay, so tell me all the customers who tipped more than 20% of their total bill. So in this case, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a tip percent. So the way you find your tip percent, if you watch my previous tutorials on this Pandas, I'm actually using the same logic. So I'm saying df tip divided by df total bill. That's going to give me the fraction of my tip out of the total bill, and then I multiply by 100. So that's going to give me my tip percent. So once I know my tip percent, okay, then I do my mask. Mask equal to df tip percent is greater than 20. So these are the people, this is the mask for the people who actually tipped more than 20% of their total bill. So I create my mask and then I print it out. And you can see these are the people, these are the first few records of people who actually tipped more than 20% of their total bill. And the count is how much? 39. There were 39 people right here. So the total length is 39. Okay. Next filter. Filter me customers. Okay. Filter me lunchtime male customers with total bill between 15 and 30. Okay, so lunchtime male customers, basically you want all the lunchtime male customers whose total bill was between 15 and 30. Well, we're going to do the same thing again. Create your mask first. So your mask equal to, now remember this is a lunch, so you're going to say df time equal to lunch. So if you go back on top again, you will see your time was right there. Time, there was a lunch like this, okay, and then there was a dinner. So df time is lunch and sex is male. Okay, remember they are asking for male customers. So this condition will take care of that. This will be male and your bill is between 15 and 30. So df total bill dot between. So there is a inbuilt method called between. Okay, and this will allow you to filter all the records between 15 and 30. Now this particular method between is used so many times, so the creators of Panda have provided to you an inbuilt method dot between, so you can use this. Okay, so this gives me the mask right here. This mask is the one that's going to give me, or that's going to filter me all the lunchtime mail customers with total bill between 15 and 30. And I run this, and these are the customers. These are few of the customers, and the total length, okay, of my DF filter is 18. 18. Okay, next one. Filter me, okay, filter me female smokers who dined on weekends and gave a tip of over 4. Okay, the tip was more than 4. So female smokers who dined on weekend and give tip over 4. Let's do that. So first, in this case, there's a female, right? So you want to make sure, first you create a mask and you say df sex equal to female. Okay, you're checking for that, and then you're saying and smoker. Remember, they want female smoker. Okay, so you say df smoker double equal to yes. All right, then who dined on the weekends, right? People who dined on the weekends. So that means your df day is in Saturday or Sunday, Sat and Sunday. Now if you go back your day, go back on top again and look at your day. Your day is right here, day, and you can see a Saturday, a sun, Sat, thur, and Friday. Okay, this is how it's written. You want to make sure it's written exactly like that. All right, so day is in Sat and Sun, and tip is more than 5. Now there's a tip column, and I'm saying my df tip is more than 4. And then I run this, and there you go. Oops. Let's scroll down a little bit. All right, there you go. Select this and run this, and that's your answer. So in this case, there is only 2 people. There are only 2 people who were female smokers who dined on the weekend and gave a tip of over $4. Now filter me customers. Okay, filter me all the tables. Okay, all the tables with filter me all the customers that had tables with size greater than or equal to 4, but the average tip per person was less than 1.5. So filter me all the customers, okay, all the records where the table was more than where the table size was more than or equal to 4, but the average tip per person was less than 1.5. Okay, same thing. Let's do the same thing as we did before. First, you create a tip per person. Now, tip per person would be df tip divided by the df size, right? Size would be the number of people in the group. So I calculate my df tip divided by df size. That's going to give me tip per person for each row. Then I create my mask. Now my mask is this. My size has to be greater than or equal to 4. So I'm saying df size is greater than or equal to 4. And df tip per person is less than 1.5. Okay, so df per person has to be less than 1.5. So this is how I'm calculating my df per person. And then I run my output again. And there you go. It tells me total 41 records. And these are some of the few records who these are some of the few records where the table size was more than 4 and the average tip per person was less than 1.5. All right, thank you.